Hello everyone, welcome to the first run I've ever done on YouTube. It's going to be what I call the Nono Ninja run. What that means is this character is going to be stealthy, quiet. It's going to be survival, permadeath, with no guns, no companions, no power armor, no vendors, and no doctors. So I can heal myself as much as I want, I can use whatever drugs and all of that sort of thing, but I can't go get radiation cured at a doctor, I can't get crippled limbs fixed at a doctor or anything like that, and I will not be able to buy anything from a vendor. I will be allowing myself to buy a few things that aren't from a vendor, such as possibly the 2,000 caps for the home in Diamond City, that sort of thing. Those don't count as a vendor. But yeah, anything where I would be bartering, not allowed. And yeah, so we're going to try this. I have the character already built, and I did the whole intro with the vault and everything just to kind of get that out of the way. What I will show you her inventory, so you can see there's nothing, particularly grand in here. I do have a few mods loaded. Otherwise, it's vanilla. I do have a mod that will allow me to bring up the command console, even though I'm in survival. I have this only for if a quest breaks and I need to progress it to the next phase. One in particular that seems to break semi-often for me is in Automatron, where trying to modify Ada to put the radar beacon on her, it just only lets me edit her legs for whatever reason, and you have to skip through. So that's the only reason I have that. I also have, as you saw under my aid, I have a quick save hotkey. I am going to be using a mod that allows me to quick save. It basically just performs an autosave as if you had slept or something like that. I'm only going to be using that because sometimes Fallout 4 decides to crash on me, and so I will be just autosaving periodically so that if that happens, I don't have to start a whole recording session over. I will not be using that to, cheat death or oh, I got into a fight that I can't handle and that sort of thing. So this should be interesting. I've attempted this a few times. I've made it work most of the time, or some of the time. Most of the time it ends in a grisly death before level 10, simply because, one landmine ends the run if I don't have Sneak 3 set up yet. So let's talk about what we're going to do with our stats here. So this is going to be a stealthy ninja type, and we're just going to call her Nono because it's the Nono Ninja run. We're going to start with a strength of 8. Perception I don't care about at all. Endurance I would love to have higher, but I need other things, so I'm starting with that at 1. Charisma I'm setting at 3, so I can take Lone Wanderer as soon as possible. Intelligence going to stay at 1, which will mean, of course, that I want luck to be 5 for Idiot Savant. And then agility, we're going to get to 9, where we'll bump that up to 10 at some point with a level up, and then we will wait to get the bobblehead until after we've got that. So Nono the Ninja, she's got I've got an interesting backstory for her, which I'll get into at some point while we're waiting for things to happen. But in general, this woman doesn't really love her child or her husband. She was assigned by a secret ninja type of organization, as cheesy as that sounds, to kind of infiltrate the U.S., but not on behalf of the Chinese or any other government. It was there's strange phenomenon that she was investigating, and then the war happened, and so now she's going to kind of continue that mission, um, but obviously when she talks to people, she's going to be talking about, oh, I've got to find my son, oh, Sean, oh, they murdered my husband, oh, it's terrible. She doesn't really care, but keeping up appearances because she's a spy. She's a ninja spy sort of thing. And yes, I can use my mouse wheel to adjust my view. Now, one thing about this run is, as you can imagine, since dang it, I didn't mean to get that bottle cap. I was going to say, since I can't buy anything, bottle caps have no use to me, and in fact, they are a detriment to me, because if I get far enough in, there is a skill magazine that if you have lower than a certain amount of caps, you get bonuses, and I will want to use that. So any cap that I take is just not good. What I'm going to do also is be very interested in finding a few things. Psycho right off the bat is kind of nice, and we'll go ahead and put that chef hat on. The big thing is anything with ballistic fiber, so that'll be military ammo bags and military grade duct tape, because I can't buy ballistic weave. I can't buy ballistic fiber, I mean, and to do any ballistic weave, once I get that quest done with the railroad, which I'm going to need since I won't have power armor either, I'm going to have to be hoarding anything with ballistic fiber in it like crazy. I won't be able to get the scrapper perk to break down, dense stuff, which doesn't show up that much anyways. So it's really going to be anytime I can find military grade duct tape or military ammo bags, I'm going to be a happy person. Also, antibiotics, especially at the start. I can't go to a doctor, and I can't buy antibiotics, so finding antibiotics is going to be huge, and it's going to be really, really necessary. So I'm going to just go ahead and store all my junk in here. We'll go over here and grab this kind of stuff quick. Oh, it's more bobby pin, that's always nice. And scrap those guns right away. We'll scrap that as well, because I'll be starting with the switchblade, at least for the bloat flies and red roaches here in Sanctuary. So, I didn't get the vault run exactly the way I would have liked, where the moment I discover Sanctuary, I level up. So, unfortunately, I will have to either talk to Codsworth, which I prefer to do after I've killed everything, or what I'll probably have to do is kill at least one bloatfly before I level up and can take Idiot Savant. But we're going to just kind of breeze through here pretty quick. Now, in previous attempts at this, sometimes what I'll do is I will use that console key to do a scrap all just on Sanctuary, mostly to save my fingers the pain that comes with scrapping everything, because it's a lot on my fingers, and I'm an old guy, so yeah. So we will be taking Idiot Savant right away. I won't be doing the scrap all here because, like I said, I want to try to use the console command never, if at all, or console commands never if possible, or only to advance quests, or that sort of thing, or if an NPC doesn't load where they're supposed to and they're needed for something of that nature. So we'll just it's nice to find those bobby pins, because now I don't have to be super paranoid about snapping the only one that I had. But none of this is very useful to me. The money is fine, because some armor mods and such need cloth. But yeah, I don't need bullets. Don't even have a need to sell them. So we just kind of leave everything like that. I will be quickly exploring Sanctuary really for clothing, antibiotics, very, very low chance of getting anything with ballistic fiber in it. But yeah, we'll do the quick 1 hour nap to stave off the time. Now I am going to grab all of the stuff from down here, even the tin cans and that sort of thing. Mainly because it's just quicker to grab everything than to sort what.
Won't be able to pick this.
Yeah, I'm never going to be able to pick that because by the time I can, I will have no interest in Sanctuary whatsoever. Gold bar, which again, not all that useful since I can't sell it, but I'm taking this food that's radiated. I have no intention of eating it, but I am going to collect it all, and I'm going to eventually cart it all over to Red Rocket when I head over there. And I'll kind of explain why when I do that. We'll zip up here, check and see if we get, hey, some Molotovs. That's nice. Yep, we'll go ahead and equip those right away. Usually I would get a Molotov at the vault site in one of those 3 boxes, but I didn't this time, so it's nice to see some up there. And we'll just wait for Mr. Bloatfly to come around the corner, and then we'll VATS him. And I'm going to be doing a lot of VATS. The very next thing I will be... oh, nice. Nice to get an Idiot Savant on that. The very next thing I'll be doing in terms of perks is almost certainly going to be Blitz, which is why I wanted to start with an agility of... oh, we're doing this. Okay, well, we'll just VATS it again. And, yeah. But yes, Blitz, obviously very, very important to get as soon as possible. And I took more caps. I'm an idiot. Okay. Blitz makes a melee build much more viable.
Sweet.
Especially in the early game. Now, this one has some drugs in it, which is nice, because drugs are going to be very important. Oh my, military fatigues in Sanctuary. That's great. I probably won't be sticking with military fatigues once I can get some army fatigues for the +1 strength, +1 agility instead of +2 agility. Mainly, just when you're in the situation that I am, one hit sneak attack kills are going to be huge, especially to take out tougher enemies. So I will just quickly skip through here. Oh, yellow trench coat. I don't think that's going to be better than what I have. Charisma and endurance, no. No, oh yeah, that's right, I have the military fatigues, yeah. No, I don't have any need for that. Or ammo boxes I'll almost never actually even be looking at. Oh, clean black suit. I don't think I'll need any charisma checks for quite a while. Especially, again, can't purchase anything. I just want to make sure, yeah, I grabbed everything out of here. Okay. Let's go talk to Codsworth. As I live and breathe, yada yada yada. I'll be skipping through this as quickly as possible. Yep.
Codsworth.
You're still here.
He's
in a better place. The cryogenic...
God damn it, tell me what's going on. 200 years? That's insane.
Okay, we don't need to get that angry. Are you feeling okay, Codsworth?
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Yeah, okay. Focus.
Whoa. Thank you,
Okay,
Codsworth.
thank you, Codsworth. Thank you, Codsworth. Thank you, Codsworth.
Codsworth, I already looked. Thanks for trying, Codsworth. Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
It's like trying to get off the line with a telephone solicitor. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm going to scrap that globe rather than carry it around because scrapped, it's 2 cork and almost no weight. Whereas if I carry it around, it's 3 pounds. High strength on this character, so carrying around stuff isn't such a bad thing. Oh, contents sent to the workbench. Hopefully more bobby pins, maybe some antibiotics. I didn't even look at that. A little nuclear material. Not as useful as when you are looking to upgrade a gun with some glowing sights or something like that, but can still be a little bit useful at times. Rubber is going to be very important. And just kind of scrap some stuff right here. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to scrap all of Sanctuary. I'm going to move through as quickly as possible. With sequin dress, that's better than the suit. Just for looks, really. I guess stat-wise it's the same. I believe it even weighs the same amount. Oh no, the suit weighs 3, the dress weighs 2, so that's better. And we'll just head over to this house, see if it's got any decent clothing, or like I said, some antibiotics or anything like that. A flip lighter, it's always another tan suit. Grab that. And yeah, we're not really finding a whole lot of amazing things, but that military fatigues was really nice. Alright, now here's where I might take a bit of damage. Some of you have almost certainly seen the Many a True Nerd You Only Live Once Fallout 4 run that just ended recently. I watched that whole thing, loved it. It inspired me to play Fallout 4 again and to try Fallout 4 on survival and to try all of this. So, huge thank you to John at Many a True Antibiotics, yay. John at Many a True Nerd. He's amazingly entertaining and great to watch. If you haven't seen his videos, highly recommend them. You can search for Fallout 4 YOLO, and it's amazing and great. And yeah, like I said, it inspired me to do this, and I'm hoping that people get at least a little bit of enjoyment out of it. We'll see how long it lasts. I do plan on, if I meet a horrible grisly end here really soon, I might, just start over and try again. Yeah, I just want the experience for hacking this. But 3 bad guesses there.
I'm
through. I don't want to read any of that. Just wanted to hack it for the experience. Now I could, it's not against the stated rules, the Nono rules that I've made for myself to, I could just sit and craft here in Sanctuary to get myself up to like level 5, level 10 by placing a bunch of wood posts and that sort of thing. I find that boring and cheesy, I mean, for a run like this anyways. So I won't be doing that. The only experience I'll be getting from crafting will be, in general, crafting stuff I need. I almost went and grabbed that thing of bottle caps. Don't need bottle caps. Gotta get myself out of that mindset. Oh, that's aluminum. That might come in handy. Although, again, not using guns, so not so much. Okay, so at this point, we're basically pretty much done with Sanctuary. I'll just craft up some bloatfly and some grilled radroach because I will be getting hungry soon. Oh, just about enough. And I don't have enough of anything else. So, oh, the chef hat. Yeah, I should probably swap that out. I think I got a better hat while I was... yeah, not really. Luck versus perception on a melee build. We'll leave the chef hat. It looks more interesting, I guess. Usually I keep the Vault 111 jumpsuit and utility jumpsuit because I don't have something as nice as military fatigues, but now I do, so I will be dropping those. That's one thing I basically, since I can't sell, I really only carry stuff I need, and it makes inventory management a lot easier. I'll just keep all this junk. I know I won't need all of it, but we'll store it over in Red Rocket. Just quickly go through here. Cork is important. Flip ladder, handcuffs. Yeah, let's just cart all that rubber over, and definitely all of the adhesive. Oh, more bobby pins. Those were in that deal. Yep, we'll grab that. And yeah, not a lot of useful stuff. Oh, of course, gotta grab the grenades out of the mailbox. Oh, another blast raise. That's nice. One thing I do is kind of just clean up this area a little bit, and then I like to build a Nuka-Cola machine, which will be the only crafting things that I'll ever really be able to build. I like to grab that just if I'm at Red Rocket and need to zip over here and pick something up. It's nice and easy to do. I am going to build a few... oh, and that leveled me up. That's nice. A few waters just so that some purified water ends up over here in case I need it. And while I'm here, I will eventually, if I get that far, need some turrets, and I'll zip in here and craft. Oh, that's right, I usually scrap everything in here. Alright, I'll craft the beds later. So we'll quickly level up here, grab, like I said, Blitz, because that's going to be very helpful. And while I'm at it, we'll just make a couple, just the one Nuka-Cola. Alright, oh, and Idiots of Fun triggered on that as well. Alright, so we're in good shape. Don't think I'll need a couple of stim packs in case. I think I've probably already got about as many stim packs as I'll be using for a good portion, because in survival they just do not heal you very fast at all, and they make you thirsty, and I don't like to use them very much. Alright, we'll search this workshop, and then store the junk, and then we're going to go through. Now, I brought all that food over, and the reason why is eventually, if I can get that far, and the booze, eventually there will be people who will want food, and they will be made happy by booze, that will want to live here. And this makes it so I don't have to kind of worry about that, because I just set them up with as much as I need to. Now, I am going to scrap a bunch of stuff here. We'll turn off that radio. But I'm going to wait to do that, and I'm not going to talk to dog meat, because I don't want mole rats to spawn just yet. I'm very happy that I got at least one antibiotic. That makes me sigh. A little bit of a sigh of relief. We'll grab the hard hat, though, and swap that out. If I do get an illness, I'll probably leave it until I get more antibiotics, unless it's infection. But I've got a couple of places that I like to go before I... oh, nice, another antibiotics. That's great. Couple of places I like to grow... oh, leather chest piece. Perfect. We'll put the welded raider right arm on. I won't be using that for long if I can get more leather. But for now, grab a hub flower, because we will want grape mentats eventually. Not for bartering, but for speech checks. With charisma of 3, and it's going to stay at 3 for a while, I will need ways to raise that up. Now over here, there's 3 radstags here that I will want to kill, but first, grab a machete. It's a great place to grab an early machete. So yeah, now I've got a full suit of mediocre armor, but put that over the military fatigues. Now, sometimes I I debate about taking sneak instead of blitz, just because it makes it easier to sneak up on these guys. But it's broad daylight, it's not going to be real easy to sneak up on them anyways. And if I just stop and that sort of thing, there we go. Blitz gives me everything I need. And 2, and yeah, that one I didn't get the sneak attack, but at least I had 3 shots left from bats. Ah, you know, the shot glass that all radstags need for when they're drinking. But of course, radstag meat is huge. I'm hearing gunfire from that direction. That's unusual and a bit disconcerting. Okay, we'll take the leather from there, just to scrap later on. No, Long Johns are definitely not something I will take. There's always a random spawn right there where you see fire right now. I've had some where I go up to see, hey, I don't see any random spawn there, and it's landmines, and the run is over before it even gets off the ground. So I usually avoid that section, with it being the burning tires. That's fine, it's not anything worth going to check out. I'm going to head over here to Abernathy Farm. Not going to talk to Blake Abernathy. I'm just going to tag Abernathy Farm to get the experience, have a drink, and we're going to check out that little trailer, and of course more radstags over there. Radstags in the early game are great, of course, for the meat to grant me carry weight, but also for their hides, because I'm going to need leather soon. Now, why are they there and not underneath there? Usually that's because there's something up there that has chased them away, and if that is the case, I want to avoid that like the plague, because I really can't fight anything right now that wants to fight back. Anything that would actually come and attack me is very bad. Okay, where they are continuing to move away, which tells me there's just probably something over there. Bats is just not picking it up. What is over there? Now, if there isn't anything over there, I do like to go look, because there's another random spawn over there that can sometimes be a bunch of dead raiders, but it's just not finding anything. So let's just see what. Ah, mole rats. Okay, not too scary. I'm not going to go mess with them simply because good chance of getting an illness. And I don't know how many there are, and with it being a random spawn like that, it could be a little scary. It does bother me that they're messing with my radstags, though. The raiders over there are a little scary. They're not going to see me here, but I have seen them notice radstags and decide to chase them over here and have Molotov cocktails. Just not good types of things. So, oh, what am I doing? Stop talking, start chopping. Alright, so I grabbed the sequin dress, so I don't need the laundered green dress. This Wasteland Survival Guide, very nice, 5% less damage. I have had times in this where I've survived a Mirelurk with 5 hit points, and basically would have been dead if not for that magazine. So I always try to grab that. I always wondered, I thought that this water would irradiate me by walking in it, and so I always tried to avoid it, and then I realized one day that there's no radiation in it. I am going to make some dirty water. Oh, okay. You're being very aggressive there for a radstag doe. Okay, there's our first instance of the VATS melee bug, where Blitz just fails to actually connect. That one says I'm hidden, but they seem pretty aware of me when they turned around and stared right at me. But he's walking away now. I'm in the shadow, the very skinny shadow, but shadow nonetheless. Okay, there we go. And alright, done with the rad stags. Not gonna mess with the mole rats, so on we go to wicked shipping. I used to avoid wicked shipping because I was afraid of ghouls as a melee build, and for whatever reason I just thought that there was just so many ghouls here, and then I don't know when, but I realized there's 3 ghouls. It's really not that scary. Plus, if you really need to, you can start the Protectron and have him deal with them. But I want the experience, and they're completely separate from each other, and I can sneak up on them very easily. Somehow I chopped him through that semi-truck there. There's a level up. Now, leveling up. What do we want to do next? Lone Wanderer is always really good. Taking 1 point of strength with the special book, I can get rooted. I think this is what I'm going to take because doing 25% more damage when I'm standing still, which every VATS attack with a melee build is standing still. Plus 25 damage resistance stacked onto the VATS damage resistance makes for some very good dam reduction. So I will do that. Another thing that I was thinking of doing is armor, but I think we'll wait with that. We'll just get Mr. Protectron. That's right, Protectron ready to go here if I can. Sunk. No. Alright, I don't know what it's going to be, and I don't want to bore you guys with watching me try to hack a terminal. So, we'll just go without. Goal number 2 over here. This is the toughest one because he's a roamer. But sneak attack for 3 times damage, don't need any of that. Oh, bobby pin, I'll take that. Zip up here, grab some Abraxo cleaner. We will be needing a lot of fiberglass. Again, can't purchase any fiberglass, so no fiberglass shipments in Bunker Hill, nothing like that. So whenever I see fiberglass, I will collect fiberglass. Jump over here, check this goal, nothing. One thing I've noticed, speaking of collecting things for armor, like fiberglass, ghouls seem to be a really good source of adhesive in general. They seem to really frequently have adhesive, and it seems like because they frequently have adhesive, they have a good chance to spawn with some military duct tape, which is always really nice. I'm pretty much always going to turn off radios. I don't know why. It's just what I do. Especially if I get to Nuka World. Can't stand Red Eye, so his radios always get turned off. Grognak, of course, for critical hits with my melee weapons, is going to be very important. And we're going to have a Rad Storm. And there's no chairs around here whatsoever. Well, we're just going to end up taking some rads, I guess. Bit unfortunate. I can try and hurry up, kill the last ghoul, check the chest, and run back to Abernathy Farm and sit there. Not my usual plan. In fact, I'm just not going to worry about it. It's not going to be a huge amount of rads in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not forbidden from using Radaway. Radaway reduces your immunity, which can get you sick, and sickness is going to be way more troublesome than a bit of rad damage. So someone will probably point out in the comments a place where there's a chair just within this area, but not that I can remember. Now there is one right over here that I'm going to go to, but I have to sneak to it because I don't want to upset the group of 3 bloat flies, so let's just get over sniper here. And, oh, okay, broad daylight, but they're not really all that perceptive. Is it gone already? It's gone already. I don't even need to sit. Kind of. Yeah. Seems to be gone. I might take another little hit or two if it lightning flashes. Grab just a little bit more food. And we're back off. That was not a very long rad storm. Hi, nice potatoes. See you later. Oh, Lucy's giving her sass, talking about 50 things she has to do and all that kind of stuff. That was weird that it slowed me down all the way, but that's right. I went straight from slow sneak to sprinting, and I forgot to switch back. We're just gonna kind of get rid of these bloat flies from up here. I'm detected, but it's not. Oh, he did get upset. Usually, they just kind of sit there more. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want you to. Okay, there we go. I think he got me. Yep. A few more rads, but that's okay. Bloatfly is dead. And now we will set about scrapping Red Rocket. I'm just going to scrap everything and skip this. So you're going to see me start to scrap stuff. And yeah. Alright, we have scrapped the majority of Red Rocket. Grab that. And now I'm going to basically steal a trick that I saw John do in his You Only Live Once run, which is I'm setting up a turret, then I'm going to greet the dog. Oh, and I'm hungry. Grilled red roach, yummy. Alright. Hey, boy.
What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal?
Now, I am not traveling with companions, but to get the mole rats to spawn, you have to talk to dog meat.
Hey.
So,
How you doing?
I have him as a companion,
Go on.
and now I don't. And I'm not even going to keep him around to help me with the mole rats. I'm going to send him to Sanctuary so that he gets out of the way. Now, we'll wait for about 30 seconds or so, but they're gonna... Yeah, there he is. He doesn't see anything. Oh, now we go. Okay. Mole rat attacking turret. Mole rat dead. Jump back up. And the turret does a good job against them. Mole rat parts everywhere. Oh. Sometimes I can get a cheap kill. Like now. Nope. Maybe on this one. Yes, the turret would have to swivel over. And there's 6 mole rats done in no time flat. Ah, yes. That's a different mole rat. And he was carrying a knife to a gunfight. Interestingly enough. I'm detected, but that's by the turret, so that's fine. Let's see. Did I get... How many mole rat meat do I have? I have 6. Alright. I got all of the mole rats. So, that's Red Rocket just about done. We are going to do one more thing with this turret. A couple of blood bugs down there, and they can be, they're kind of perceptive. And so I prefer to just throw a Molotov at them and hopefully kill them both, but if not, I've got the turret to back me up for when they come at me. In danger, he's on fire, but yeah, I didn't kill him, and now he's running the other way for whatever reason. The turret's over here. If you could... Alright, just go ahead and hide behind that house then. And we'll wait. One thing about this build and this run and that sort of thing is patience is going to be hugely important, and when I die, it's almost certainly going to be due to a lack of patience. It won't be because a behemoth hit me or something of that nature. It'll be purely that I just did not have enough patience. Now this guy is not, you're just gonna stand there. Usually they would like kind of, alright, fine. Here we go. Now he sees me. Alright. And now he's dead. Okay. We're just gonna leave that turret right there. It's a nice handy thing if I run into something scary and need to run back. I can just run back to that turret, and that will be the direction that I'm coming from most of the time. I like to move all these workbenches. You'll notice while I was doing my scrapping, I scrapped the power armor frame. No need for it. Can't use power armor, and since I can't use power armor, it's not like I can even like bring some here to craft on or anything for XP, because I can't even wear it long enough to get it here. And there'd really be no need for me to, because even with me not using it, since I'm also not using companions, it's not like I can go ahead and set it up nice for a companion either. So, set up a couple of waters, and then I need a bed. And of course, we want a nice bed with, you know, all the amenities. And eventually I'll want 3 or 4 beds here to make some people happy. So, we will do that. It's amazing how that 1 hour nap, like 2 days ago, has kept me perfectly fine for this long. But the other thing I want to craft is, again, a Nuka-Cola machine. And we'll put that there. Now, let's see what kind of drugs we can make. Some great mentats. Very, very good. And Psychojet. Very important. Can make another Molotov. Yeah, why not? Make one. And I could make a whole bunch of caltrops. And when I first started experimenting with doing this, you know, caltrops, perfect ninja weapon. Thought, yeah, let's do that. Caltrops are interesting. They work nicely. Especially, I used to use them for mole rats because it would hobble them a little bit and that sort of thing. But they move. So I once ended up with Trashcan Carla really mad at me because she stepped on a caltrop way out there on the road. And so I don't use caltrops very much anymore. For that reason. Now, I can make one thing a lighter build. I have enough cork for one thing, so I'm going to do that with the lightweight leather chest piece to get that plus 5 AP. That might get me one more swing with my machete. I'm going to wait with everything else, because when I take armor, then I can make everything shadowed, which is going to be key for my sneaky ninja type person. Let's again drop all my junk here, craft up some more meat. 5 grilled radsag is great. Some mutton chops would be good. Well, there was some rye. Alright. Next on the list, right back here, we will jump down into the little mole rat mini dungeon down here. Oh, grab that too. When I'm this close to being able to dump stuff off, I'm pretty liberal with grabbing stuff like gas canisters and that sort of thing, which are heavy, but I'm just going to be dropping stuff off really quickly anyways. Alright, so we'll crawl down here. Don't need brain fungus because I will not have chemist high enough, or intelligence high enough to put any points into chemistry, or chemist to make antibiotics. And by the time I would, I'll probably have plenty of antibiotics. Although I did have one run where I got all the way to Diamond City and still hadn't seen a single antibiotics, but I'm already having way better luck on this run with that sort of thing. I'll grab these black rim glasses and we're just going to swap those out immediately. I don't really need any glasses, but I would need to put these on for speech checks and that sort of thing, so I just leave them on the whole time because, again, melee build, I have no need for perception. There's a couple of bones here. Might be good for making some cutting fluid. I don't know where it is. We'll just climb up here. I know there's one over here. So Raxo Cleaner, pelvis bones, and a rabid mole rat. And boom. Now you notice me, I'll do a VATS hit, and if it's a one kill, I'll just cancel out of VATS immediately. And I hit R on my keyboard to loot the corpse. I find that to be pretty efficient way of not losing the corpse. When you use a melee attack, it will often like send the corpse just absolutely flying, and that can be annoying to track it down. I kind of envision that as like when you see on a movie where the guy, the hero, snaps the guard's neck or stabs him or whatever, and then catches the body before it falls, so that he can make it fall quietly. That's what I have in my head when I do that. Yeah, I know I'm a huge nerd, but there you go. That's what goes through my head. We've now cleaned out the area around Red Rocket proper. We'll drop off a bunch more junk, craft a bunch more mole rat chunks. These are great for when I just need to heal a little bit and want a little bonus as well. I'm just going to go ahead and make purified water. I guess I could have made a Nuka free. I probably had Nuka Cola over at Sanctuary, but that's alright. Now I'm going to go take care of a few things over here. While I'm still not tired, might as well. There's the dog. The dog will probably become aware of me before I'm within blitz range, because dogs are very perceptive, but maybe I can use the tiny thin... No, there he sees me. I'm detected, but that's alright. I'm only detected, he's not charging at me, so I can get a couple of swings in. Now the rad stag, if they detect me, rad stags bolt really quickly. You know, there's that loading screen that talks about that, you know, they'll generally run away, but if they're cornered, they can do, you know, that's no joke in survival. I've had a rad stag that was cornered, not even just like a legendary one, just a regular old rad stag, and it just annihilated me. It was really ugly. In this case, does almost never, I don't think I've ever seen a doe just kind of go nuts on me, but we'll see. Now I'm gonna go over here, check this mailbox, some aluminum, and the story of Moses. Alright. I'm not gonna turn off the deal here, because you know, you can turn this off and it lets you open a thing up here and get a couple of cap stashes. Don't need stashes of caps, don't need caps at all. So just going to leave that run. I am going to go up here. I know there will be mole rats. I don't need much from up here either. I'll grab the bobby pins. Don't need that. See what's in this. Laundered rose dress, it's fine, but I have the sequin dress already. They're basically the same, just different look. There's one mole rat. Any others around here? I'll probably end up taking some damage against these guys. Unless I can be really good, because there's 4 of them. Oh, that's nice. Oh, raider. Oh, I know that they're there. I didn't expect bats to pick them up. Why are they? I shouldn't be that close to them. Well, that went well with the mole rats, and thankfully the raiders and their attack dog are not aware of me. So now I can just zip on down from there. Now there's a toolbox over there that I want to check in a bit. It won't have military duct tape. I don't think I've ever seen military grade duct tape spawn in a toolbox. I don't know why, but there's almost always some form of adhesive. It's just never the best form of adhesive. Now, grabbed myself a combat knife. That'll be nice eventually. For now, I'm still going to be using the machete, but it means I can get rid of the switchblade because they have the same speed and the combat knife is just better. And you can't really upgrade the switchblade any sooner. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I know, you can't upgrade it any sooner than the combat knife. And so, really, once you have a combat knife, no need for a switchblade. Unless you just, want to be part of the tunnel snakes or something. This spot has some nice drugs in it usually. That's about it. I always wondered, I know that the clothes probably rotted off of this guy. And I think John mentioned this in his YOLO run too, but obviously there was a fight and someone got strangled, but was the person getting strangled also not wearing clothes? It's a little weird. Radaway. That can be anything from psycho, any drug at all. So it being Radaway is a bit of bad luck. But there's some psycho right there. So that's nice. Now we're going to head over to this house over here. I've had times in the past where I just, and skipped on over here without sneaking. And then a raider shot me. There's just raiders coming around the corner here, and point blank with a shotgun, and the run was done. And so now I sneak. I sneak a lot, and especially at the low levels, I'm sneaking most of the time. Yeah, we won't be going to the campfire. Sometimes there's always a random encounter there. Sometimes it can be something great, like just some random settler type people that don't do anything to you, and they'll let you just go ahead and loot that toolbox. In this particular instance, it's some stingwings or blood bugs or whatever. I think they're blood bugs, and I have no desire whatsoever nor any need to mess with them. I mean, they are just hatchlings. And there's stuff in there. And then there. No. Not going to mess with it. Next time I'm coming through Concord, I'll check it again. There'll be a different random encounter. And it might be somebody more friendly. Or something easier to deal with, at least. Not that blood bug hatchlings are terrible, but they're very disease prone, and again, I'm trying to avoid disease as much as possible. Check the toolbox over there, and then we're going to zip on over here. Usually, this is my first spot that I'm getting good clothing, like a Minuteman outfit or something with some agility. But again, since I got that, and it's an Explorer outfit anyways. Trilby hat, that's not going to be better than my hard hat, though. I'll take a carrot, I guess, and a stim pack. And we'll go around the corner. and go up into the church. Grab what's up on the second level. Molotov cocktail and a desk fan and a battered clipboard, why not? Now, it sounds like Preston has taken care of most, if not all, of the raiders.
Oh, yeah. On the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
And there's out of time completed, a nice big chunk of experience. Yeah, Preston, I'll be right up there in about 40 to 45 levels. Yeah, won't be helping Preston anytime soon. Now, sometimes he just thinks he's gotten everyone, and there's still a raider that doesn't have a projectile weapon that is just kind of sitting there, and Preston can't see him, and he doesn't have a way to get to Preston, so I end up having to deal with him. I didn't see anything this time, so we'll just kind of go up here real quick, grab the drugs, because drugs are going to be really important eventually. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Yeah, we'll grab the harness for some leather. Usually in one of these two spots, if there is one. A lot of knuckles. No leather whatsoever on her. Ah, yeah, here's the guy with no projectile weapon, just a pool cue and some knuckles. You know, pick a lane guy. Alright, I did grab a couple of pieces, so a leather right arm is going to be better than... I mean, eventually it's going to be better. The right leg is definitely better, so we'll drop that. I'm just looking for a leather left leg now. That'd be great. Okay. And we'll duck on into the speakeasy. Fishing rod. Oh yes, some fiberglass right here. And here. And grab the camera while we're at it. It is wonderful to be doing a melee build as difficult as some things can be, like I'm talking to you turrets. We're getting tired. As difficult as it can be, having the strength that I have, I can really carry a ton of stuff, and I really miss that when I'm doing a gun user that needs stuff like perception and doesn't need strength all that much. Some lovely drugs up here. I've almost never used Day Tripper, but it is nice to have in case I just absolutely positively need to make a 13 speech check, 13 charisma speech check. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I'm just not in good shape right now, I guess. So we will have a little bit of food and drink. And we're gonna grab another desk fan. Oh, some new tarberry, that's nice. And we'll check the. We gotta check these. I've actually found military grade duct tape in this one, I think, once, and that was a happy day. One little thing for leather. These have some more antibiotics. Nope. No need to go upstairs because that stuff is all guns and ammo. Don't need any of that. And, yeah. So I am tired, but my adrenaline is 35%, and I kind of want that for this. then once we clear this area out, then we'll go have a little bit of rest. I also hate to waste nighttime hours. Walking about in broad daylight is a little bit scary when you're dealing with anything super crazy. Now the Mirelurk, this could be a big chunk of damage I take if I don't. Oh good, I got a good hit on him. Alright, that was good. Now let's take that Molotov, the chest piece, still no leather left leg. Oh, and road leathers. Oops. Well, I'm gonna jump up and over to the drug box. Oh, antimicrobial. Pretty much anytime I get one of those antimicrobial herbal anodyne, whatever it is, I take it immediately. Just want to avoid getting sick as much as possible. More mentats, nothing in there. More mentats, alright. And now we've got rad roaches. Now would be a good time to break out the combat knife. We'll set that. Yeah. Because rad roaches go down in one hit. Super easy. And so you want to be swinging as fast as possible. Because they can be a little bit speedy on their end of things. I don't really know why I'm sneaking right now. Nothing's down here right now until I get to a spot where it will spawn in. Probably, oh, some rat poison, that's nice. And a good bit of experience. Now we'll start to sneak again. We're going to go back over to the machete. And right here, there's our mole rat friends. Okay. We're gonna, yeah, now that you're out of there. Got you. Oh, you snuck up on me. Oh, did you get me? You might have got a little nibble on me. And there's the last one. Alright. All enemies are dead down here. Now, I don't know if you can hear it. There's a sound as if there's a sleeping Deathclaw. And obviously it's supposed to be the Deathclaw that jumps out of here when you get done putting on the power armor and grabbing the minigun and shooting a bunch of raiders and all that. There's not actually a Deathclaw in there. Or if there is, it never wakes up. So, yeah, you don't need to sneak around down here once you've killed the smaller enemies. Okay. There's Concord basically done. There's one other little spot that I need to check out before I head back to Red Rocket and have myself a nap. But it's at the very northwestern tip of Concord. Some of you probably know what I'm going to grab there. There's actually two houses. So we'll zip on up this direction. Yeah, that endurance one, it's just killing me. Like, I can sprint for about a city block and then I'm already tired. But what can you do? You need strength and agility and charisma and luck. So, do what you gotta do. I will be eventually, again, assuming that everything goes okay with this run, I will eventually be getting endurance all the way up to 10 or, well, 11 with the bobblehead. fortifying legendary gear will be my favorite. The other thing I guess I forgot to mention is, as I mentioned, this run obviously very inspired by many a true nerd's You Only Live Once run. One thing that, even if I'm not doing this run, just if I play Fallout 4 in general, that I've borrowed from that is, not only will I not buy any legendary gear, I don't take guaranteed legendary gear from rewards and that sort of thing. I find the game a lot more fun if I have to kind of deal with what's dealt to me, what the random generator decides to give me in terms of legendary gear. And sometimes my very first piece of legendary gear was something amazing like fortifying or chameleon, and other times it's been absolute garbage like a pipe pistol with the frenzying on it or something of that nature that I just can't even use. So we're going to store, I've already stored the junk. I'm just going to put all of the food type items in here as well. Not the food that I will eat, but the stuff for later. And put that in here. What kind of drugs can we make? More Psychojet, that's very good. More buff tats, some buff tats. Ah, good. My next level up came. Now, again, I'm really tempted to take Lone Wanderer for that damage reduction, and the carry weight is very nice, although with the high strength it's not so important. But because I'm not going to be near an armor workbench once I leave Red Rocket, I'm going to take Armorer. But before I work on my armor, I'm going to have myself a little nap. And of course, now I'm in broad daylight, which doesn't make me all that happy, but maybe by the time I get to any place important, I will be able to either be in some shadows or it'll be evening again. Speaking of shadows, we're going to turn all this leather gear into shadowed leather gear for all your sneaking needs. And then one other thing I do is once I get a piece that is both lightweight and shadowed, I'm essentially done with it, so I put a little asterisk next to it. That way it shows up at the top of my list, and yeah, it's just something I do to keep things a little bit orderly. So, I think that is a good place to be done for today. Next time, we'll be grabbing all the useful junk and starting our trek to the south. So hopefully you'll join me for that. I'm looking forward to seeing how far this series can go, and I'm looking forward to seeing if anyone at all ever watches this, aside from my close relatives that are forced to and that sort of thing. But hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. I promise it'll get a bit more exciting than mole rats and rad roaches as we move forward. In fact, next time, if all goes well, I'll be fighting a ton of feral ghouls. So, until then, I will see you later, and thanks for watching.